I pushed open the bar door and laughed when I heard Jake shout, "Emma, you finally made it." I had to finish closing reports, I said, slipping into the booth. "You guys started without me, huh?" Liam leaned over and kissed my cheek. "You okay? You look tired." "I'm fine," I said, even though I wasn't, just needed a drink. Jake tapped his knee and groaned loudly. "Man, my leg is killing me." "Emma, come test if it still works." I rolled my eyes. "Oh please, Jake, you're dramatic." "No, seriously," he said, patting his lap. "Dr. Emma, I need help," Liam snorted. "He wants attention." Ignore him, but everyone was laughing and I was tired and trying to match the mood. "Fine," I said, jokingly stepping over. 2 seconds, Jake grinned as I sat. "See? Works perfectly." Someone behind us yelled, "Wait, stay like that." Then I heard the click of a phone camera. I waved it off. "Delete that." "I look exhausted." "It's just a funny moment," Jake said. "Relax." Liam's phone rang then. He stood up, frowning. "It's work. I'll be back." I watched him walk outside. Jake nudged me. "He's stressed. Cut him some slack." "I know," I muttered, sliding off Jake's lap. It was just a joke. When Liam came back, his expression was stiff. "Ready to go?" "So early?" Jake asked. "Come on, man, I'm tired," Liam said sharply. I blinked. "Are you mad?" "No," he said, but his jaw said otherwise. "Let's go." The night ended quietly. No usual teasing in the car, no hand on my knee. I told myself he just had a long day. When I woke up the next morning, my phone was vibrating non-stop. I rubbed my eyes and opened my messages, a dozen screenshots. That stupid picture. Comments from people I barely knew. Maya saying, "I knew she wasn't loyal." Then Liam's final message at the top, "We're done." My whole body went cold. I whispered to myself, No, this isn't happening, but the messages kept coming and every vibration felt like a punch. Something was very, very wrong. Asterisk the moment I opened the photo again, my stomach dropped. This looks horrible," I whispered. It was me on Jake's lap, laughing like I didn't have a care in the world. "Why does it look so intimate?" I was barely there for 2 seconds. I dialed Liam again. Straight to voicemail. "Liam, please," I said into the phone even though I knew he wouldn't hear it. "Call me back." It wasn't what it looks like. My phone buzzed. A message from Maya. "Maya, you finally showed your true colors." I warned him. I typed back, "It was a joke." "You know me." Her reply came fast. "Maya, yeah, I know. That's why I'm not surprised." I shut my eyes and tried to breathe. Then Sarah called. "Emma, what happened?" She asked. "You saw the picture," I said. "Tell me it doesn't look that bad." There was a pause. "It doesn't look good," she admitted. "But I know you. Liam should have talked to you." "He won't pick up," I said. "I can't lose him over something this stupid." "Then talk to Jake," she said. "Maybe he can help fix it." I found Jake outside the gym. "Jake, we need to talk." He lifted his hands. "Emma, I'm so sorry. I didn't think the picture would spread. I tried telling Liam it was nothing and..." I asked, "Did he listen?" Jake winced. "Not really." He looked pissed. "I swear I didn't mean to make things worse." "I know," I said, even though my voice shook. "I just need him to listen." Just then Olivia walked up beside him. "Emma, I saw the whole thing last night," she said softly. "You didn't do anything wrong." "Liam's letting his jealousy talk. I don't want him to think I'm that kind of person," I whispered. "He'll calm down," she said. "He loves you." But when I checked my phone again, the screen hit me like a punch. User blocked. Every call attempt turned into silence. Every message turned blue then vanished. My throat tightened. "He blocked me," I said. Jake cursed under his breath. "Damn, I'm really sorry." Olivia touched my arm. "Just breathe. This isn't the end," but it felt like the end. The first real crack inside me spread, sharp and deep. Asterisk I heard the knock and ran to the door, hoping Liam was finally ready to talk. But when I opened it, he brushed past me without a word. "Liam?" My voice cracked. He didn't look at me. He went straight to the closet and began pulling out his clothes. "I'm here for my things." "What?" "No, wait, can we talk first?" "Please, there's nothing to talk about," he said, shoving shirts into a bag. I stepped closer. "Liam, it was a joke. You know me. You know I'd never." He cut me off. "I saw the picture, Emma. Everyone saw it. It looked worse than it was," I whispered. I sat for 2 seconds. "You walked out." I didn't even realize someone took a photo. He zipped the bag harshly. "You didn't have to realize anything. You just had to respect me." "That's not fair," I shot back, my voice shaking. "Why won't you even listen to me?" "Because I already know the truth," he snapped. "That picture is proof of what you really are." The words hit me like a slap. What I am. "Liam, don't do this to me." He grabbed another drawer. I reached out and touched his arm. "Please don't leave like this." He pulled away as if my skin burned him. "Don't." My throat tightened. "Look at me. Just look at me." He didn't. He walked past me toward the door. "So that's it?" I whispered. "You're ending us over one stupid picture?" He finally turned, eyes cold. I'm ending this because I can't trust you, but you never even asked me what happened. He opened the door. Goodbye, Emma, and then he left. No pause, no second glance, not even a deep breath. The door closed with a soft click that felt louder than a gunshot. I sank to the floor, hugging my knees as the apartment fell into a heavy, crushing silence. My chest ached so badly I could barely breathe. My phone rang. Mom's name flashed across the screen. I wiped my face and forced my voice steady. Hi, Mom, sweetheart, are you okay? You sound off. I'm fine, I lied. Just tired. When the call ended, I stared at the empty doorway at the space where Liam had stood, and felt something inside me break completely. I dragged myself into work feeling like my whole body had turned to stone. Daniel spotted me the moment I walked in. Emma, are you okay? You look different. I'm fine, I muttered, even though my voice cracked. You don't look fine, I just don't want to talk. Before he could press, Mr. Hayes stepped out of his office. Emma, you're 15 minutes late. I'm sorry. I had a rough morning. He crossed his arms. Rough mornings don't excuse lateness. I need you focused. I will be, I said, trying to swallow the embarrassment burning my throat. Good, get to your station. I did, but my hands shook the whole time. At lunch, Daniel sat across from me anyway. Did something happen with Liam? He asked. I shut my eyes. He left. He didn't even let me explain. Daniel frowned. That doesn't sound like him. Apparently it is, I whispered when I got home. Sarah was waiting by my door, arms folded. Finally, she said, we need to talk. I'm not in the mood. I don't care. You're breaking down, and it's painful to watch. I threw my bag on the couch. What do you want me to say? That you're done chasing him, she said. Because he chose not to hear you out. That's on him, I snapped. It looked bad, Sarah. Even you said that. I said it looked bad. Not that you were bad. There's a difference. I stared at the floor. He didn't give me a chance, and he won't. So stop killing yourself over someone who made up his mind. Before I could answer, my phone buzzed. Jake, I picked up. What now? Emma, I talked to Liam again, he said, voice heavy. My stomach dropped and he didn't listen. Maya got to him first. She told him you were flirting with me all night and that you only sat on my lap when he left. So he wouldn't see. What? I shouted. That's a lie. I know, Jake said. I told him. Olivia told him. He didn't care. I pressed my palm to my forehead. So he believed her. Just like that, Jake sighed. I'm sorry, Em. When the call ended, I sat in silence, feeling something new rise inside me, not grief this time, but anger. Not at Liam, at how easily he believed the worst about me. I woke up with my face stuck to the pillow again. I'd cried myself to sleep for the 4th night in a row. When I dragged myself to the mirror, I whispered, he's not coming back. Emma, stop waiting. Saying it out loud hurt more than I expected. At work, Daniel looked at me the second I stepped in. You're early, he said. That's new. I'm done falling apart, I muttered. He raised an eyebrow. So you're finally eating food again? Or should I call someone? I'm fine, I said, even though my voice cracked. Later, during lunch, he sat across from me. You're trying, he said softly. That counts, I have to, I replied. I can't keep begging someone who already closed the door after work. I walked out of the building and heard a familiar voice call my name. Emma. Wait, I turned and saw Nora, the waitress from the bar. Her hair was tied up and she looked out of breath. I've been trying to find you, she said. Me? Why? She pulled out her phone. I saw the whole thing that night. You were laughing for 2 seconds. That picture made it look way worse. I told everyone at the bar who asked. My stomach twisted. It doesn't matter now. Liam already decided. I can talk to him, she said. I'll explain. I shook my head quickly. No, if he wants the truth, he can look for it himself. I'm not sending people to prove I'm not a cheater. Nora hesitated. You sure? It wasn't your fault. I know, I said quietly, and for the first time, I actually meant it. But I won't chase someone who didn't even give me 30 seconds to speak. She touched my arm gently. You're stronger than you think. When she walked away, I stood there for a moment, letting her words settle. Maybe I was stronger. Maybe I was finally done drowning. At home that night, I sat on my couch instead of the floor. I opened my planner, wrote down tasks for the next day, and whispered, this is my life now. I'm taking it back, and for the first time since everything fell apart, I felt the smallest spark of strength flicker inside me. I was pouring coffee at work when Daniel asked, you okay? You keep zoning out. I'm fine, I said, though my chest felt tight. Just trying to stay alive. He gave me a small smile. You're doing better than you think. Before I could answer, my phone buzzed nonstop. Olivia was calling. Emma, are you free? She asked the moment I picked up. Things just blew up. My stomach flipped. What happened? I confronted Maya, she said. In front of everyone. I told them how she twisted the whole story. She tried to deny it, but Jake backed me. I pressed my hand to my forehead. You actually did that? Yeah, Jake was furious. He told her she crossed a line. Liam heard everything. My heart stumbled. He heard? Yes, she said. He looked sick. Like he finally understood. When I hung up, Daniel looked at me. Good or bad? I don't know yet, I breathed. Maybe both. A few hours later, Jake showed up at my office door, out of breath. Emma, can we talk? I stepped outside with him. What now? Maya's done, he said. Everyone knows she lied. I'm sorry for what she caused. I never meant any of this, I know, I said softly. But it doesn't erase what happened, he nodded. Liam looked destroyed. Emma, he'll reach out. I don't know if I want him to, I whispered. When I got home, Daniel texted. Proud of you today, really, it made something warm move inside me, calm, steady. Nothing like the chaos Liam left behind. I made dinner for the first time in weeks. I played music. I breathed without crying. I felt normal. Maybe even strong. Then my phone lit up. Liam. For a moment, I just stared. My hands shook so hard I almost dropped the phone. His message was short. Can we talk? My throat tightened. I whispered to myself, why now? Why after everything? I didn't reply. I couldn't, not yet. I sat on the edge of my bed, the phone glowing in my palm. The past and future tugging hard at me. I wanted answers. But I was terrified of reopening the wound, and that was how the night ended me. Frozen between fear and closure, unsure which one I wanted more. I walked into the cafe with my heart pounding. Liam was already there, staring at his hands. When he looked up, his eyes were red. Emma. Thank you for coming, he said. I'm only here to hear what you wanted to say, I replied. Sitting down, he exhaled shakily. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I acted out of jealousy and fear and, I'm sorry, jealousy, I asked. Over a joke you knew was harmless? I didn't know, he whispered. I let people get into my head. Maya kept saying you were hiding things. And that picture was 2 seconds. I cut in. You didn't even give me a chance to talk, he covered his face. I know I should have listened. I should have trusted you, and you didn't, I said. Not once, he looked at me, eyes wet. I want us back, Emma, I miss you. I regret everything, please. Can we try again? My chest tightened. Do you realize, I said slowly, that you walked out on me without a conversation? Do you know how small that made me feel? He shook his head desperately. I made a mistake. A horrible mistake. But I love you. Love doesn't leave that easily, I whispered. Love fights. He reached for my hand, but I pulled back. The hurt in his eyes almost broke me, but not enough to erase what he'd done. I thought I was protecting myself, he said. But I destroyed us instead. Yes, I said softly. You did, Emma, please, he begged. Give me one more chance. I'll prove everything. I'll do anything. I swallowed hard. I still care about you. That hasn't disappeared. But I can't go back to someone who believed the worst about me so quickly. He stared at me like I'd ripped his world apart. So, this is it? I think it has to be, I said, standing before my courage cracked. I can't rebuild something you shattered with doubt, he whispered. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I stepped away. My legs felt weak as I walked toward the door. I didn't look back. If I did, I knew I might break all over again, but this time, I was choosing me. I stared at my phone and let it buzz without looking. Another message from Liam. Please, Emma. I need to explain. My thumb hovered over the screen, but I didn't answer. I couldn't, not anymore. Not to someone who left without listening, who judged me from a single picture. And never trusted me when it mattered most. Are you seriously ignoring him again? Daniel asked, leaning against my desk. I shrugged. I can't, I admitted. I thought about it, but it feels wrong. You deserve better, he said quietly. You know that, right? I'm trying to remember, I murmured, and for the first time, the words felt true. The days passed. Liam stopped calling, finally. Maya vanished to good riddance. I stopped expecting apologies, stopped checking for messages, stopped feeling like I needed validation from anyone who didn't see my heart. Jake and Olivia patched things up, their arguments fading into background chatter. Sarah cornered me one afternoon, tugging my sleeve. I'm sorry, she said, voice small. I shouldn't have doubted you. It's fine, I replied, letting a tiny smile escape. Really, Daniel and I started talking more work projects, coffee breaks. Random laughs that didn't feel forced. I didn't rush it, didn't think ahead, but it felt light, comfortable, safe. One evening, my mom called. Her voice was soft but firm. Emma, remember, she said, love should never make you feel small. I let her words settle inside me. I whispered, I finally get it, Mom, I really do. Later, I found myself outside the bar where it all began. The same lights flickered, the same music thumped faintly from inside. I remembered that night, the laughter, the silly joke, the terrible mistake. My chest tightened for a moment, but then I breathed deeply, feeling the weight lift. I realized I wasn't the same girl anymore. I wasn't someone who needed to prove herself, or beg for love, or sit on someone's lap as a joke. I had grown. I had survived. I looked at my reflection in the bar's glass doors. My eyes were steady, my lips calm. "I choose me now," I whispered, and for the first time in weeks, the world felt quiet and right. No texts, no apologies, no games. Just me, stronger, wiser, unshakable. And as I walked away from the bar, the night air on my face, I smiled. Life wasn't perfect, but it was mine. And that was enough.